Hello guys, Emperor Star here, and I have to get this off my chest. It's something that I've been thinking about for quite some time now, and that is the real plight of Destiny. Yep, the real plight of Destiny. Now, I'm letting you guys know that this is opinion based. I would love to hear your opinions, but this is something that I feel is a bit more personal to me. Not seriously personal, but something that it's been on my mind for quite some time, and I have to get this off my chest and out to you guys. So if you agree with me on some things, don't be afraid to like the video, don't be afraid to subscribe to my channel, and if you do disagree with me, let me know down in the comments below. But this is my video on what the real problem with Destiny really is. I love this game. I want to start off by saying that, and I play it practically every day. I've been playing it more recently, having fun in the content that is provided in this game. But I would be completely blind to not notice that it's struggling in the content department. Now, what I mean by content, I mean content that is irrelevant in this video, like in the game. I'm not talking about content that you would do just to get to a higher light level. I'm talking about content in the game that used to be relevant, but it's not relevant anymore. And that is because Bungie, for whatever reason, has not literally updated any of the content from year one and transitioned over to year 2. Now, you guys can argue that in the April update from 2016, they did update the content before Rise of Iron came out, and they did bring back those year 1 weapons, such as the LDR, the Shadow Price, the L96, L86 Synthesate, the Badger CCL, all those guns. And you can argue that they did bring back some of the guns, and they did make content like the Prison of Elders more relevant. But the content I want to talk to you about is more notably the raid content, the Vanguard reward weapons that you would get at the end of a strike, right? The Crucible weapons, the Trials of Osiris weapons. There is so much more that I want to talk about. I'm just trying to keep this as specific as possible. Now, I'm pretty sure that when you played a piece of content back in year 1 Destiny, normally you would be able to roll for it at the end of a strike, and you would get some kind of reward for it, right? And you would utilize that weapon, armor piece, or whatever you got into practically developing your character and progressing into that next level. And a good thing about those strikes is that you would sometimes get a weapon like the High Road Soldier, the Plant Sea, if you are lucky enough to get an exotic, all that stuff. But that rarely happens anymore because of the way that they rearranged the loot system over the last 2 years. But that aside, there's just not a lot of content in this game, and that's like the biggest problem with Destiny. And like I said, the problem with there not being enough content is that there's not enough relevant content that is updated to the standards like the Prison of Elders, right? The strikes, the Steve of Crisis strikes, the what else? Oh yeah, the raids, more notably. And I just wanted to talk about the raids real quick. Now, when the Dark Below released, Bungie introduced a new raid, but they didn't update the raid from the Vault of Glass, which doesn't make a lot of sense considering the fact that people paid $60 for that, and they paid $20 for the Dark Below, but the Taken King comes out, the content is irrelevant, and there you go. You practically have one raid to do in 2016 compared to the other raid 2015, compared to the other raid two raids that are not updated with the old content, new content, and Rise of Iron comes out. Now, that content is relevant with the Kingswell raid around the light level, which is really weird to me because when you look back at year 1 Destiny with the Vault of Glass and the Crota's End raid, that content was somewhat relevant because of the new etheric light system that they added. Like, you can upgrade your Fatebringer to a 365 year 1 level. You can do all of that and that technically made that piece of content relevant again. But since Taken King comes out, Bungie has not once updated the new raid. Period. And the same thing goes for all of the other loot in this game. The Year 1 Iron Banner weapons, the Wolves weapons, the Trials of Osiris Year 1 weapons, the Queen's weapons, all of that, it's not in the game anymore technically, because Bungie has not either removed them from the game, or they practically didn't bother updating the old content to make the content more relevant. Listen, if you want to have a thriving first-person shooter that is loot-based, and you want an incentive for players to play those pieces of content, it might be important for you to update the content consistently, so that it doesn't get stale and boring, and you don't feel like you have a lack of things to do, because that's one big complaint that a lot of people had when Destiny first released, is that there wasn't enough content in the game. That, and more importantly, you have to update this game consistently with the new content, otherwise players will just leave and go to another game. I stopped playing this game for long periods of time because there's just nothing for me to do in this game already. Not only because I didn't find an incentive to play, but there was no reason to play. But okay, scratch that, that's the same thing, but you know what I mean. The Bolt of Glass raid as it is right now, Crotus, and all the content is irrelevant unless you're just going back in for nostalgia. Other than that, there's no reason to play that content anymore. I want to have a reason of getting a Trials of Osiris weapon, which arguably I do not have any because I really don't play Trials, but you know what I mean. I want to play with the Year 1 Trials weapons again. I want to play with the Queen's weapons, the old Wolves weapons, even though how generic they were, and I want to play with the old Iron Banner weapons, but I feel like I can't because they're not in the game, or there's no way for me to get them. And this is the biggest problem and the biggest plight of Destiny. Irrelevant content that players paid for $20 should technically still be updated constantly. It shouldn't just fall by the wayside, or just removed from the game altogether. It should be updated consistently enough where players are willing to go back in and play the content again. And so that is my biggest problem with Destiny. And I just wanted to add one more thing. And the strikes themselves, they remade those around the new light system with the new scoring system. So if they were able to just update the content with the light level, why couldn't they just do that with the raid and just make the raid weapons different? Like, take out the elemental damage, make new weapons, do something that will make people come back and play your game again. Shake up the meta like you did with the Iron Banner weapons. We just do not need worthless content in the game. The biggest problem with Destiny is that there's not enough content, but it's not the lack of content, but it's the lack of relevant content in the game. So, Bungie, if you're watching this video, please fix this. Please update the old content before Destiny 2 comes out. And look at it this way. If you do update the old content, I guarantee more people will come back and play. That's it for the video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like I said, like and subscribe if you like the video. Other than that, take it easy, and I'll see you later.